Hello guys, welcome back to the channel for a new Databricks video. In the previous video we built the foundation of a RAG pipeline, which is how to parse documents and how to apply smart chunking techniques. However, this is not enough. AI models need a way to understand meaning. So in this video we will take it one step further. We are going to convert those chunks into embeddings and build vector search on Databricks. We will see how AI models perform semantic search and why embeddings are the backbone of retrieval. We will use similarity search, hybrid search, metadata filtering, and reranking. Essentially, we will have a complete RAG pipeline that connects all the steps from parsing to chunking to embeddings and vector search. Let's dive in.
Before we jump straight into the demo, let's have a look on the theory behind embeddings and vector search for RAG. In the previous video, we parsed a PDF file and we created clean chunks. Now the next stage is to convert those chunks into embeddings and build vector search for retrieval. Good retrieval is the foundation of every successful RAG system. What are embeddings? Embeddings are numerical representations of text stored in specialized vector databases. They convert language into vectors, list of numbers, float numbers, so that machines can compare meaning mathematically. Similar meanings means that the vectors are close together. Why embeddings matter in RAG? Because RAG systems search embeddings instead of raw text. So the process here is we convert chunks into embeddings. We store vectors in a vector database, we compare user queries against those vectors, and we retrieve the most relevant chunks. Embedding models. Embedding models generate vectors from text. It is a specialized machine learning model, typically a deep neural network designed to convert high-dimensional unstructured data such as text, images, or audio into lower-dimensional numerical vectors. Think of it as a translator that converts human-readable content into machine-readable lists of floating numbers, ensuring that inputs with similar meanings produce vectors that are mathematically close to each other. The key factors: we have domain specialization. Domain-specific models often deliver superior results for specialized content. It makes sense, right? Context window size. Text exceeding this limit gets truncated or ignored, making effective chunking strategies essential for long documents. And embedding dimensions. Higher dimensions, meaning larger arrays, capture more nuance and improve semantic detail, but the cost is significantly higher. So here you can see the data chunks, the embedding tunnel, the context window. So that's if the context window is small, then we have the dropped chunks here. Then we have the vectors and the vector representations, and where we will retrieve the relevant information. Embedding alignment. Documents and user queries should use the same embedding model. If the model trained primarily on long-form documents, but your application uses short, informal queries, the vector representations may not align well. So this keeps both in the same vector space and improves retrieval accuracy. Then we have vector databases. Vector databases store embeddings efficiently. Unlike SQL databases where we have exact matching, in vector databases we have semantic similarity. In Databricks we use Mosaic AI vector search. Search types. Now we have different search types. Similarity search finds semantically similar chunks. Retrieves content based on semantic correlation. This is the most popular, right? Then we have full text search, finds exact keyword matches. And then we have the hybrid approach that combines semantic and keyword search, which is the best actually. Similarity metrics. We have two common vector comparison methods: the Euclidean distance, the Manhattan distance, and the most popular one, the cosine similarity, which makes sense because it measures the cosine of the angle between two vectors. A higher score means greater similarity. This is the most popular metric for text embeddings because it focuses on semantic meaning. Then we have the algorithms, the k nearest neighbors or the approximate nearest neighbors. For the k nearest neighbors, this is an exact search method that calculates the distance between the query vector and every vector in the database. It's very accurate, but it's very slow at scale. And then we have the approximate search, a strategy that trades a small amount of accuracy for dramatic speed gains. This is extremely fast and this is standard in production RAG systems. Finally, we have the re-ranking. Similarity search can retrieve weak matches. Similarity does not equal semantic relevance. A document might be mathematically close to your query in a vector search space, yet it remains irrelevant contextually. Re-ranking improves precision, retrieve only top chunks, rescore the results, keep the most relevant chunks. Better context, fewer hallucinations. We have the user query, the vector store here. The problem, all similar documents are retrieved, right? These are the relevant documents here. So we get the top three, we re-rank them, and we retrieve only the most relevant contextually documents, right? And then we have Mosaic AI vector search. Databricks provides managed vector database, Delta Lake integration, automatic synchronization, Unity catalog governance, ingestion modes. We have the managed embeddings. Databricks computes embeddings automatically. And then we have the self-managed embeddings. You compute your vectors yourself, custom made, or direct CRUD, insert vectors directly through APIs. Best practices, use high quality chunks, keep chunk sizes balanced, use metadata filtering, use re-ranking for important queries, balance latency versus accuracy. And the final summary, embeddings power semantic retrieval in RAG systems, combining good chunking, strong embeddings, vector search, re-ranking, creates reliable production-grade retrieval systems. So if you want to have a proper RAG pipeline, then it's not only you have to, all the parts of these pipelines have to be configured very well. Otherwise, it doesn't. You can not only focus on one aspect, either embeddings. You have to focus on chunking, parsing, embeddings, everything, and re-ranking. Moving to the demo now. Building embeddings and vector search. In the previous notebook, we parsed the PDF, we cleaned the text, and we created the chunks. Now we are going to generate the embeddings, build a vector index, perform retrieval, and improve results using re-ranking. We install the dependencies, Databricks vector search, MLflow, right? We load the chunked data. This is the table with the chunked data from the previous video. We have 6 pages, I think. Each page is using page as a separator here. You can see all those that they are taken, all those chunks are taken from this PDF that we created before. So we need a primary key, so we use a monotonically increasing ID, and we save this into the Unity catalog. So we didn't do anything special here. We just used ID as a primary key. We save this table. I have already done that. We have to enable change data feed if you want to create a vector search index, because it has to synchronize between the source table and the vector search index. Generate sample embedding. So here we import MLflow deployments, and then we use get underscore deploy underscore client Databricks. And here we use the predict function from the client, and we use as endpoint Databricks GT large, this embedding model. And then we input the question here, how is AI transforming healthcare? And the embeddings here is those float numbers. As you can see, we have a list of float numbers that they have meaning now. And then we the AI model can compare based on these numbers contextually and find the most relevant documents. We create a vector search client here using the vector search client. We import that and we create the vector search index. I have already done that. It takes about 15 minutes. So you can see the vector search endpoint. Now, if you go into your compute, let's go into your compute. You can create the endpoint manually as well. So here I have already created that. You can create the endpoint. And then inside the endpoint, you can manually create the index, right? I have already done that, but you can click on create index and then actually this is the table, and then you perform all this, you configure the index. As you can see here, you provide the index name, it's the primary key, the embedding source columns. We did that in the previous video, so I'm not going to do that again. And then we can load the index to see that everything is all right, the primary key, all the configuration here that you can see on the UI as well. Now, semantic search. So let's use similarity search. The query text is how does AI improve diagnosis? And then the similarity text, you have query text here, and then you have past the columns, the path column and the chunk column, and the number of results 5. You can do 3. So if we do that, it will give you the chunks, the relevant chunks, based on the similarity search. Let's wait. But here you can see I had already run it, so you can see it returns the chunks relevant index. Okay, let me do that again. And here we are. And let's try that again. Okay, so it returns 3B chunks here, page here, and then another one here, and another one here, based on the query text that we provided. It performs a similarity search. Now, if you want a hybrid approach, so it includes a key search as well. If you are looking for specific keywords also included, aside from the similarity search, here in the query type, you use the hybrid approach, right? Now, as you can see here, we pass the query text is predictive analytics in hospitals, and here you can see we have hospitals in the text, so it performs a key, key search as well. Then we can filter based by document or whatever you want. So metadata filtering is very important. So we only retrieve the most relevant information. So the query text here is AI system architecture on the same columns, path and chunk, and the filters here are the chunk column like deployment. So deployments should be in the chunks, right? So here you can see we have deployment. It only retrieves one result because it's the only one that contains deployment. And then we have the reranking results. Unfortunately, I cannot run it because reranking is not enabled for this workspace, as you can see. But again, the only difference is here is that we use the Databricks Reranker. We import Databricks Reranker, and you re-rank based on the column you want. Here, that would be chunk, right? So this extra line here makes all the difference, and you re-rank the chunks based on the relevancy. And this is it, guys. That's so simple to do, right? Only a few steps. Now, best practices: use clean chunks, keep chunk sizes balanced, use metadata filtering, etc., etc. So we built a full retrieval pipeline from PDF to parsing to chunking to embeddings to vector search and retrieval. This is the core architecture behind modern RAG systems. This is it for today, guys. I hope you learned something about embeddings and why they are the backbone of retrieval and about vector search. If you like the video, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.